Right, the Athletics South Africa Grand Prix takes place at the Germiston Athletics Stadium this evening. Top SA and African athletes will strive to qualify for the World Championships, which will be in Budapest, Hungary. eNCA's sports reporter Arthur Bwanakawa joins us now live from the venue. Arthur, good afternoon to you. Let's get straight into it. What can we expect from the event this evening? Also, this is a Grand Prix. It's not a championship, which is obviously hosted over a few days. So seeing as though we're having everything happening in one day, tell us about the events or the races that we can look forward to this evening.
Nicole Kente, bonjour, bon après-midi. Great to be saying hello to the eNCA sports viewers. We're at the spiritual home of Athletics South Africa. It's Germiston Athletics Stadium for the second ASA Grand Prix. Listen, the World Athletics Continental Tour continues its African expedition. South Africa is one of the stops, one of the African nations that, of course, will be hosting the one-day meets. It's exciting. We're building on from the first Grand Prix that took place at Pilgage Stadium in the north of Johannesburg. That being Pretoria. What an exceptional performance we had from the top athletes in South Africa and Africa. Well, the main event, the main program, I beg your pardon, starts at 6 o'clock tonight. We've got the men's 100 meters at 6:30. So within the 6 o'clock sweep, I'll bring you the live updates regarding that. But it should be an awesome and an exciting athletics 2023 season. Most of the athletes, of course, in South Africa and Africa are using these Grand Prix to obviously qualify for the World Championships. That's the major one in 2023. And of course, the big one happening in 2024, the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, Nicole.
So talking about the World Championships, of course, our very own Zane van der Walt has already gone and qualified for the World Champions. Who are some of the usual suspects other than her that we can expect to see this evening, also, going through and qualifying for that?
Well said, Nicole. Zane van der Walt is someone I spoke to yesterday. She spoke about going under 54 seconds. She's crazy about going big in 2023. Obviously, one of the things that was spoken about the most amongst the athletics fraternity was her competing in the women's 400-meter hurdles and the 400-meter flats. Guess what? Herself and her coach said it might be very difficult for her to compete in both, with her just saying that her ambitions obviously are in the women's 400-meter hurdles. The rivalry in athletics is the best because even if you come from the same athletics federation, you're still expected to compete on the track. I'm expecting this track tonight to heat up, to bring us the action that we are expecting. Someone to look out for is Tylon Bill. She's been given, of course, Zane van der Walt to run for her money, but hasn't beaten her yet. That's one of the rivalries that I'm looking forward to. Sinesipho Dambile, young rising star, who obviously won the men's 200 meters in Pilgage. He's in action today. I arrived in the stadium just a few minutes ago, had a chat with him. He's in good spirits. He's ready for whatever his competitors are going to throw at him. And I tell you what, Nicole, it's going to be an exciting one. This brings me back memories of when I was an athlete back in my junior days in the Gauteng Athletics colours and the Athletics South Africa colours. I promise you something, Nicole, it's going to be Congo fire style the whole way.
I believe you there, Arthur. You see, this is why we have you. Great there with various sporting codes. Now I know about the athletics. Arthur, I see that there are quite a few people behind you, so I'm quite interested to know what the attendance is like. Speak to me also about what this means for South Africa, because these are top South African and African athletes that we're hosting in our own backyard this evening. So what does that mean for us in terms of our footprint in the world when it comes to sport, where we're hosting a prominent event such as this one?
Oh, very important, Nicole. If you remember, we had the Olympic Games in Japan, Tokyo 2022. We've got Paris 2024 coming up. So in a space of 2 years, can you imagine what many federations across the continent and in South Africa have gone through in terms of preparation for major competitions? These are the few meets where the elite in South Africa, in Mzansi, can use the opportunity, of course, to clock a fast time if you're in the track for athletics, or to even throw a decent distance if you're in the field events. It's important to note that this also occurs on the day that the African Junior Championships are taking place in Zambia. So, of course, that also means that it's important that whoever is going to be a part of this meet is thinking about the future. Budapest is where the World Championships are going to take place. Of course, that's later on in the year, in August and in September. What other opportunity will Athletics South Africa's top athletes have apart from the Grand Prix? We go going, of course, as well to Botswana on the 29th of April for that Grand Prix. So this is the second of third for South Africa. So one more chance left before we go to Northwest, where the athletes have another opportunity to qualify, Nicole.
Arthur, with you having mentioned, you are quite fond of athletics yourself and having partaken in it, how well do you think we're going to fare against our other counterparts in the world, especially when you're mentioning Budapest that's coming up in August? I mean, we have a lot of athletes, not only in South Africa, but also in Africa, who are very, very well known for exactly that, being an exceptional athlete. So how well do you think we'll fare against athletes from other parts of the world?
The state of South African athletics is healthy. We've got top champions here in Mzansi, and that makes us one of the dominating African nations. The other African countries that are taking part of the Grand Prix is Botswana, Swaziland, Zambia, and of course Kenya, where the men's record holder in the 100 meter comes from. It's important to note that they've been beefing up their squads as well. The juniors are on the rise. The juniors are national champions. They are world junior champions as well. It speaks about the development, the grassroots levels, and how it's easy for the top talent of any African nation to come through the system and eventually get a chance to be in the senior team. When you make the senior team, you have got to compete on the global stage, where your God-endowed talent will be tested, your skill set, your strength. It's important for Athletics South Africa to know that if they want to continue to be the flag bearer of African athletics, they need to take meets just like this very seriously. As I overlook the 100 meter finish line, where we just had a 21.68 seconds in the men's 200 meters. It's a semi-final for the junior men. Not sure who the winner is. I'll bring you the update in the next crossing, but that's all I have for you at the moment. Merci beaucoup, Nicole Kente. Back to you.
Merci to you as well, Arthur. Thank you so much for that. We're going to have to leave it there for now. That was eNCA's sports reporter, Arthur Bwanakawa, coming to us live from Germiston, where we are hosting the Athletics South Africa Grand Prix. And as you heard him say, we are going to be seeing athletes qualifying for the World Championships, which is happening later this year, and that will be around August. We'll have more sport for you later. Sally Burdett is with you at the top of the hour.